Oops, my bad. Oops, sorry. You're gonna have to cancel that flight. Welcome to the superpilotish channel. My name's Graham Wilson, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about NOTAMs, and that's the reason that all these flights got canceled yesterday in my basement. Yep. So I actually printed out some NOTAMs here, and so if you don't know what that is, well, let's go back a little bit here. We'll go back in time one day. So yeah, in the United States yesterday morning there was a whole bunch of a lot of flights that were canceled. Now it wasn't just because of bad weather; it was because a system that they have there called the NOTAM system, which stands for Notice to Airmen. It was down for a bit, and so I'll explain why that's important. And strangely enough, here in Canada, our system was down too for a little bit, and that's run by a company called Nav Canada. So I would tend to think that that's that because Canada and the United States have a lot of cross-border traffic. I'm sure there's some kind of integration there that didn't quite work out. So oops. And I checked out on Wikipedia. It was like basically some dude was like, oh, well, time to do some mandatory maintenance for the system. Hey, here you go. Right click, copy, paste. Oh, man, it's down. Crap. Wrong file. Oops. And then they had to get it back up and going. So it wasn't, according to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia has to be correct, right? It's, yeah, just a whoops. And chances are, anytime there's something to do with a big huge computer system, there's really only a few people that ever are in charge of any big computer system, with the passwords and everything. The IT guys, they make mistakes too. So okay, so what is this NOTAM thing that they're talking about? Okay, I made on my little thumbnail I did NOTAM, so it's NOTAM, all in capital letters. And yeah, so what that is if it's an important system that you really don't want to be taking off from one airport going to another airport without checking. And every pilot should be. They don't always, but they should be checking their NOTAMs. And so one of the things that probably the most important thing to check there is that tells you whether a runway might be closed for maintenance, or if there was an accident there. Or I've landed a few times and gotten a flat tire, and then the plane's stuck on the runway till you can get it off. Then they have to temporarily close the runway. Excuse me. And if it's if the runway's closed, maybe you got some big plane and it might have to divert to an alternate or something like that. And it could get ugly. So, it's really good to have that information. And it just happened to be down yesterday. And yeah, these mistakes happen. But I have every confidence that, see, the way that anything in aviation, whether it's maintenance, flying, management, or engineering of airplanes, it's all they all have a real system built into them of continuous improvement and safety. And yeah, okay, DH Pilot One's in here. St. Thomas is a good example of a closed runway. Yeah, there's always a NOTAM for the St. Thomas Airport here up around London. And they always have that runway closed because it was kind of falling apart. They stick a big X on it, and then, okay, you can't land there, but you might be counting on that runway for your crosswind or whatever. Oh, I'll land right into the wind here, but you can't. Now maybe you're exceeding your crosswind limit. Yeah, so like going back to it, I was saying that so there's a system improvement that's kind of built into everything in aviation. So let's just say somebody made a oops and the NOTAM system went down. I'm sure they'd look into the root cause, and then more training is needed. And then maybe a checklist will be made, or a protocol will be brought together for system maintenance. Or if there was that, why was it not followed? Or was there a flaw in the system that this person always does this? and then there's a problem with the system that has to be changed, or it could just be more training, or might have been a new guy on the job. Who knows? People make mistakes. It's all kind of part of the human factors part of aviation. So that's why everything got canceled. It was the NOTAMs, and they're important for what else could there be? Could be if there's an air show or something like that. If there is a lot. I remember one time here in Windsor, they had this gigantic crane over at the Chrysler plant, and it was big enough that I had to put out a little NOTAM here. It was, yeah, I guess it was such a big crane that if you were really low on your circuit, or on your in the pattern doing touch and goes or something, it could have been an issue maybe. And it was up at night too, and unlit. So, anyways, and Heidi ho, neighbor, April sunshine, always good to see you here. And yeah, so these little NOTAMs, and just for fun, I printed out the NOTAMs for the Windsor Airport. And oh, that's right. Another thing too, Denis is pointing out here that the airport weather reporting could be down. So some places have some airports, depending on their size. Usually the smaller ones will have like an automated weather reporting system, and sometimes that can be down for either for maintenance or something's broken, or maybe there's a bird sitting making a nest on the sensor or something like that. That can happen too. So you might not have the proper weather information. Good point there, Denny. So yeah, so I just printed out the NOTAMs for the Windsor Airport for just now, and nothing really big. There's a lot of unlit towers as usual. Usually, another thing they point out is that for it could be printing errors in the like, say, I'm just looking at my notes over here. I got the old Santa's International Santa's Workshop International approach plate here for the IFR. I still got that from my Christmas episode. So let's just say that Santa Claus, they issued a NOTAM that, let's just say, okay, you got these fixes here. Santa Claus coming to town. Okay, and then Mr. Proach, you go to mistletoe, and then you hold over kissing there. So maybe they might want you to hold at mistletoe, or they spelled kissing wrong. And so then they would make that correction in the NOTAM. If you're flying to Santa doing some IFR, well, I still got that. And yeah, if you're always wondering, I have this little music stand here. I'll just kind of show it to you. So you'll see me looking over here, and this is kind of where I keep all my notes and stuff. So I got this little, it's a music stand, and there we go, just like that. It's a nice old one. You can adjust it up and down like that. And if I want to look closer to the camera, I can put it up higher, and then I'm looking over here instead of down there. Oh, well, that's the behind the scenes at the superpilotish channel. So anyways, there was a cool NOTAM here for Windsor that I never really noticed. And that's another thing too. If you're ever doing a flight test, they give you strange NOTAMs here. So there's this one. The first NOTAM is regardless of the state of registry. So there's this one that says that basically Russian. If you're from Russia or Belarus, not allowed to fly into Canadian airspace. That's what it says. So there's that one. And this is another cool one. I like to. I used to do this like when I was like. These NOTAMs are not necessarily just for your local airport. They could be international too. So talking about like in North Korea, there's a NOTAM, okay, and it says the date. Okay, what was it? Year, month, date, time. Okay, to year, month. Okay, so this NOTAM is going to expire on the 18th at we got 01/18 at 3:45. Oh, EST. It's not in Zulu time. Anyways, it's in usually it's in the UTC time or Zulu time or Greenwich Mean Time. But this one here is actually in Eastern Standard Time. But this is a cool one too. And I used to do this on I kind of just to lighten the the atmosphere when I was an examiner for a flight test, I'd say, okay, well, let's take a look at the NOTAMs here. And here we go. And oh, hey, Dan, welcome back. And Jim, just saw you pop in here too. Okay. So, yeah, there's this one here. And I would tell the student, okay, well, what's this NOTAM say? And then the student would just, or, the candidate for the flight test would read, okay, airspace security warning issued by the Department of Transport. In response to the security situation in North Korea, Canadian air operators and owners of aircraft registered in Canada are advised not to enter the Pyongyang FIR, that's a flight information region, due to potential risk to aviation from ballistic missile launches without prior notice. This NOTAM supersedes the restrictions concerning North Korea issued in AIC 1622. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I like your the PCAC thing there, Jim. It's never heard that one before. Yeah, so there we go. So I'd have the student say, I'm like, oh, okay, so that NOTAM says that we shouldn't be flying by North Korea. And the student would be like, oh, I'm like, well, what if we want to fly to North Korea today? You telling me I can't? I'm piloting command technically. And then the candidate would go like, what, are you crazy? We can't fly to Korea. We're in a Cessna 172. Anyways, it kind of lightens up the thing there. But, they did get it correct. They found it. And they did give the correct answer that, no, you shouldn't be flying to North Korea because of ballistic missile launches. Pretty cool. Okay, now don't fly to North Korea anytime too soon. Until, 3:45 on the 18th Eastern Standard Time. Then what'll happen is they'll renew this probably and say, or maybe they stop shooting missiles off over there or something like that. Then everything's cool. Go for vacation in Pyongyang. Okay, and next thing we got here, another cool NOTAM for Windsor is I've never seen this one before. This is new, so I just figured I'd show you. This is more for the people out there with that are doing, flying airlines in the bigger airplanes. But for Windsor, it says auto land procedures not recommended due to possible interference to radar altimeter from 5G network resulting in degraded system performance. Report any suspected cases of interference to ATC or Transport Canada. So that's neat. I've never heard of, they're being cautious about 5G network interfering with radar altimeters on planes. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. And Jim says if an ICBM hits your Cessna, you're going to have a bad time. I would tend to agree there, Jim. So, that was kind of neat. And another thing that I like to tell people if you're a pilot, and these NOTAMs, and usually they'll print out the NOTAMs along with the weather and stuff like that. And if you're ever unsure of some of these terms, you can always call up. In Canada, we call it the flight services. So I was thinking about something here. Yeah, we got the weather. I'm going to see if there's something here I don't know. I usually know most of this stuff. Okay, the NOTAM N. Okay, yeah, so there's a couple of these different types of NOTAMs. It'll say NOTAM N. I think that means NOTAM new. And there's the NOTAM R, which is replacement, I think. So if you are not sure, you can call up flight services, and the helpful people at Nav Canada will help you out. So I think I'm going to do that today. I got the handy landline here. We're going to do a little experiment to see if London Flight Services can clear up the my little ideas here. I think it's a replacement NOTAM and a new NOTAM. I'm not too sure, so I'm going to call up. Better to be safe than sorry, right? So let's try this out. The phone number for landline. Got to listen for the dial tone first. Actually, let's see if I can do this here. We'll do speakerphone. Okay, we'll crank the volume up. All right. Can you hear that? Let's try that again. Taking too long here. Okay, you guys are going to have to tell me if the sound is good on this one here. So let's try this again. We're going to call up London Flight Services. So it's 1866 WX brief. Okay. WX B R I E F. Oh, here we go.
Welcome to the London Flight Information
Can
Center.
you guys hear that?
For emergency service, press 1. To fast close the flight plan, press 2. For Ontario weather briefing or flight planning, press 3.
Flight planning, sounds good.
Canada.
Here we go. Okay, thanks. Here we go, we're ringing.
All specialists are busy at this time. You're currently first in line for the next available specialist.
Cool. Here we go. We're going to talk to an expert up in London at the London Flight Services.
London, by I can help you?
Hi there. First of all, I'll tell you that I'm doing a show right now on my YouTube channel, on the superpilotish channel. So you're going to be on the air if that's okay.
No, actually, that's not okay. You can contact media relations. You can't call us directly for that sort of thing.
Okay, great. Thanks for the clarification there. And
the number for media relations?
No, that's okay. I just had a question about some NOTAMs, but that's all right.
Okay,
so,
yeah, call back if you want that number.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye. Well, I guess I could have just said, nah. Hey, man, let me know. But, I guess, it's media because if he says something wrong, he could be fired. But there we go. Professional way of handling the media. That's all right. And that's right, Denise. They might be watching my show now anyways. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, I could call media relations, but it would probably just be like, what? What do you want? What's a YouTube channel? I don't know. But maybe not. Maybe they're real experts at Nav Canada. Who knows? I will have to give them a shout there. Somebody did tell me when I was doing my show, about runways at the North Pole for Santa Claus. They did refer me to the to the what they call that, customer relations. Anyways, okay, now we know you can't just be calling them up and say, hey dude, you're on YouTube. Okay, there you go, live and learn. So things don't always work out the way you think, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that is NOTAM N is a new one, and NOTAM R is one that's replaced. So okay, and yeah, I don't know, that's about it. Too bad that I was kind of hoping that could be pretty cool on the phone there live. But anyways, I did like a little test, and apparently it sounded good according to you guys. So maybe in the future I might have to do something like that with a little bit more of a willing participant. So anyways, so that's about it. And okay, yeah, and Jordan, good to see you pop in. And Denny is also N is new. Yeah, that's what I thought. And R is replacement. Okay, we got a backup. Denny's a flight instructor too. He pops in here sometimes. And so all right, good to know my memory is still good. And so we'll check you later there, Jordan. Better late than never. And that's right. And the NOTAM C is a canceling NOTAM. Right on. I knew there was another one there. I just didn't feel like looking it up. But I mean, I got such a great audience here that's filled with smart pilots and everybody else. They can fill in my memory gaps. And okay, so that's about it for today. The NOTAMs were they are important. Check your NOTAMs before you go flying. And we learned our 3 different types of NOTAMs. Yeah, the NOTAM N is new, NOTAM R is replacement, and NOTAM C is canceling NOTAM. So that's cool. And today is Friday. Okay, yucky weather out there, but it's January. We've been lucky so far. And so I don't know if I'm having pizza tonight. Did I have that last week? I forget. But anyways, and you are welcome, Dan. Thanks for showing up, everybody. And today is the lucky Friday the 13th. So maybe, I don't know, I'll have some lucky tacos or lucky pizza or lucky something or other for food today. I don't know. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So I guess we'll just kind of shut her down. And thank you for a while. Wait a minute. That's what I forgot to do my usual. I am here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern. I knew I was forgetting something. Great. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.